Continuing our discussion on Elegy written in a country churchyard from stanza number 9. Now, next it is the ninth stanza. Okay, as we are into the poem, the explanation becomes more smooth. We know the whole picture. Now we have the complete picture, whole picture, what the poet means, and then about the kind of way, the way he writes, or it is an elegy. After all, it's an elegy. So whatever he writes here comprises part of that elegy. He means the poor sector of the village. Yes. So that whatever is written, whatever he talks about, yes, yes, comprise a part of that elegy, something in respect, or he means paying respect to the people who are actually left behind because of their being poor. That's the main idea. The main idea is these villagers to write down something for them, paying respect after their death. Actually, poets do not go for taking such a, they are not that generous. They have to write in praise of kings and queens or other high class people of the time and society. So now again we are back to, so this elegy is somewhat different in that regard as well. The boast of heraldry. Next is about the boast of heraldry. It's about a science dealing with the coat of arms. Actually about the people who are really wealthy. That's the idea you get there. Wealthy or famous. The pomp of power. Pompous, you mean about the kind of luxury, the splendor. It's powerful people. Their way is that of pompous way of living. They are they live in a spendthrift. They go for spendthrift manner. They spend money in a luxurious way. All those possibilities are there for them. They have such provisions. But think about the poor people. They cannot spend money in that way. They can earn only if they work hard. So and all that beauty and all that wealth. Oh, grave. Sorry, you gave. It's like the inevitable hour. That's it. The inevitable hour. What does he mean? What does the poet mean here? That's the inevitable hour. It's the hour. Like death, the hour of death. You are living. Your body is living. You are giving yourself away to death. And so he reminds the heraldry, the pompous people living a lifestyle which is very extravagant, pompous, luxurious life. So all the beauty, you may be arrogant about your beauty. Some people are arrogant about their beauty, the youth, but it fades after a while. Every hair becomes grey in color. It becomes white in color. So that beauty also is not really eternal. And wealth, whatever wealth you accumulate wealth, but everything will end with the inevitable hour. And this is where we come across this great and beautiful line of the poem. That's the paths of glory lead but to the grave. The paths of glory lead but to the grave. So you people again in the former stanza, the stanza prior to this, we saw how the poet prefers at least the people of power and wealth, of high financial status, may stay away from. looking at the poor people with a contemptuous smile. That should not be there. Okay, you may have wealthy background. You may be earning a lot without much hard work. But it is not a provision for you to laugh at others. Those who are working, those who are poor, those who are have-nots in the society around you. And this is again a reminder in a very deep and sensible fashion. He talks about all the possibilities, like you are pompous, you may be having an extravagant life, you might have accumulated wealth, you may be very beautiful. Think about the poor villagers, always tired because they have to work hard. And you people may have the tendency to look at them and say like, oh, you are not hygienic, you are not really beautiful, you are aged, you get aged fast, in a fast way. So this is the way you people may think about them, but everyone will meet that inevitable hour alike, all alike. And that's why the paths of glory, some of you may be in the paths of glory, but all of us will be left to nothing but grave. Think about the universal, beautiful way in which the poet gives an inevitable truth as well. It's not just about the inevitable hour, but an inevitable truth as well. Now to stanza number 10. Know you, ye proud, know you, yeah, proud man. That's a proud man. He's talking about, if he's addressing you, maybe talking about the proud man. Impute to these the fault. Impute. Impute means attributing. Attribute means what? Yeah, you attribute a quality. That's what you learn in attributive noun and all. Hope you remember. Sincere person. You attribute the quality of sincerity. That's what you mean by attribute. Attributing. So, you're proud, impute to these the fault. If memory over their tongue, no trophies raised, no trophies raised. There's no trophy over the poor people, for the poor people. Actually, it's not raised. Were though the long drawn nails and a fretted vault. Long drawn nail and fretted vault. Actually, this is about the church building. You have to visualize this person is standing near a church where there may be a ground where people are buried, dead people, villagers are buried. That's the scene. So all this particular setting itself brings all these ideas to his mind. That's all. So here he's talking about the people, the very dead villagers who are not really rich. So no trophies are raised in memory over their tomb. Means what? That means no one is decorating their tombs because they are not really rich. No one is there to pay attention because they are not famous. The pealing anthem swells the note of praise. But anthem actually here, it's a pealing means loud, L-O-U-D, loud. Pealing, anthem. Anthem means, a praising song. We talk about a national anthem. But that's, after all, it's about a song of praise. Song of praise. Swells the note of praise. Swells means increasing the volume. Here, that is the meaning. It's not their fault that no one is there to memorize them, to keep them in their memory, or to raise very beautiful trophies and all over their tombs. That is the first thing. They are not rich. That is not their fault. But still, sometimes at least you may see this praising He expects this praise, at least this elegy. Maybe that also can be a reading. Swells the note of praise. Actually, anyway, he is standing near the church. You know the way a church building looks like. It's very huge. Think about the echoing effect. My voice is not the same when I deal with the classes in the campus. The echo is different. That has impact on your sound. Now I'm in a very closed room at home. So it has its own impact. And think about the kind of praise, sometimes an anthem, a song in praise of them can become loud because of the echoing effect as the church building. So it's like a structure of a church is like that. The way they are for announcements, they are kind of prayers and all. It's loudly, it's read out and commonly for others, and that echoing effect is common there. And he expects that at least to bring a loud, bring the noise. That if praise, if a song is written for them, it may go loud. Okay, so he expects something very good for the people who are denied of all these. Aisle actually it's a side passage of the church between pillars and outer walls. This is a kind of passage where also you can come across such a echoing sound. So there's a he expects a loud voice getting increasing the volume. For praises, praising is the let it go. Let it have an in an increased volume. That's all. And can storied earn next? It's a very beautiful stanza is going to be here. Can storied earn? STORIED. Earn is not a new term for you. It's a kind of a bottle, kind of a pot-like structure, pot-like material or pot, in which certain religion, on behalf of certain religion, in their ritualistic fashion, they go for collecting the if the dead body is burnt, they collect the ash or the remainings of the bones to be again thrown or yeah, that's part of one of the practices, I think. Like they collect this anyway. Some of them keep it, some of them throw it in the sea or somewhere, something. So that's part of the ritual. And again, storied urn, but that urn, if the whether you throw it or whether you keep it, it holds a kind of it. As the sense is that of the respect you hold for the dead. But he is asking, the poet is asking, the speaker is asking, can storied urn or animated bust, like bust is the statue, very animated, say, if a person, in memory of a dead person. Anyway, it may not be about the simple villager, but about a rich person, a famous person. You think that, okay, these poor people do not have anything, no one is building or raising a tomb or trophies for them, in memory of them. But okay, a rich person may have all this. Urn is there, animated bust, a statue is built to commemorate. We know what is the fate of a statue, what may be the fate of a statue with Ozymandias. You have to, you can draw connection, immediate connections. See, back to its mansion, called the fleeting breath. But back to its mansion, called the fleeting breath, means, yeah, that's short duration. Actually, fleeting breath talks about the short duration. We are reminded of the human life, its reality. Its mansion actually here, it may be the person's body. Actually, that breath is going out of that body mansion And nothing of this kind. You write down praises and praises over them. You collect 10 to 1,000 urns in memory of them. You try to build statues in memory of them. Because they are rich, they are famous, but nothing can actually bring back that fleeting breath. It's going out. Once a person is dead, breath is going out. And nothing can bring it back to the mansion, its own body. So, can our voice provoke the silent dust? Silent dust means dust to which a man is reduced. Dust means, yeah, once buried under earth, once burnt, once a dead body is burnt or buried under earth, whatever it may be, you become dust only, silent dust. Nothing is done, no one is there, no one sees, no one speaks. So that is the reality of death. Can honor's voice provoke? That means, can your honor, can your richness, can your fame provoke that silent dust, or flattery soothe the dull cold ear of death? Flattery, Flattery means you're praising someone. Sorry. Flattery, you're praising someone. But that also cannot soothe soothe means, yeah, you heal, or you bring attention of the dull, cold ear of death. But death is deaf towards everything. You cannot, no one can see when a person is about to die. Some people are there all around him or her, praising that so good a person should not die at this age. You build a lifelike statue immediately, but nothing can actually bring back that person from death. So this is the reality of death for anyone and everyone, all alike. Stanza number 12. Yes. Perhaps in this neglected spot is laid, perhaps in this neglected spot. Neglected means, not cared actually, neglected spot. Say obscure actually, in this neglected spot means obscure. Actually, this is the church, the place where he stands. Is laid some heart once pregnant with the celestial fire. Think about this. So he feels that the cemetery, that a particular churchyard where I stand now, is not at all the one with the tombs raised in memory of very prominent persons, for sure. Actually, there is a reference with his, the churchyard. Some people try to refer that as some of the churchyards in his mother's place. It's a very country churchyard. It's not a very famous one. Sometimes we say, yes, these poets library here. For them, just for them, some memorial gets erased. Raised, not erased, raised. But here, this is a very simple country churchyard. So it's a neglected spot. But he expects some heart once pregnant with, think about this, once pregnant with a celestial fire. Means he is going to talk about the people, villagers, who were really brilliant in themselves, who were really capable, who were really brilliant, who were with much skill for writing, or any other art. Celestial fire, divine inspiration. Pregnant with here means full of, that's all. That's why I told you this literal meanings cannot help you out in reading a poem. Heart once pregnant with celestial fire. Hands that the rod of empire might have swayed. hands, actually a person, see, it's a synecdoche. It's another uh, figure of speech where hands stand for men, people, persons. So he expects even among the villagers, someone might have been there. Some people might have been there who were really skillful in many areas, like celestial with a divine inspiration to write poems, to be very prominent architects or whatever, whichever art or whichever skill it may be. They also might be having such skill, like that the rod of empire might have swayed. Means scepter. So rod of empire, it's a another, it stands for scepter and all. So there may be very good rulers, people with a skill to rule or skill to coordinate things, whatever. Among the villagers also, such people might have been there or waked to ecstasy the living liar. Means okay, they might have been waiting to be awakened as a lyre. Lyre is a musical instrument because actually it is nothing. We say if you do not use, currencies are just papers. There is no value for that. In the same way, you can think about any musical instrument. If it is with you, doesn't make any difference. It is with me. If I don't know how to make use of how to move the strings according to your its functioning, it's nothing but a waste. So, as a lyre or any musical instrument waits for some hands to come and play with it so that it can produce rapturous music. It's beautiful music. In the same way, as a lyre or any musical instrument lies without being able to bring beautiful music, but there is music dormant inside it. It's the hidden inside it. Think about you having a ball with you. A ball with you. It can never produce music. But a violin can definitely produce music. A lyre can definitely bring music. So obviously it should be having its own features of that kind. The same way in the villager, among the villagers, there might have been very skillful people. Yeah, dormant skills have been there inside them, but the problem is they didn't have proper opportunities to bring those out. That is not their mistake actually. But now the poet sees how these humble villagers are treated by others who are really rich, who are famous, who are financially sound, as if these people, their work, their life are good for nothing. But that's not the case. While standing in the country churchyard, the poet feels that the speaker feels that here also, among these poor people also, there might have been very skillful persons all around. But their skills were not really taken or made use in a proper way. How many people we come across in life going on with such situation because they want to study but they cannot study. They want to pursue education but they cannot because of their being financially weak or something. Some people are there who want to study but they do not have consent from home. Some people are there who have all the consent and facility but they do not want it. So this is very different. These situations are very different with the different people. But here he talks about this poet who is really much more concerned about the poor villagers, he feels that among them, among this, in this neglected spot also, there lies people till their death. Till their death, no one found their celestial fire. They couldn't get any motivation from anywhere to take or to bring that out. And hence that the rod of empire might have said. So as the way, same way, you have rulers all around you. The same way, if you entrust these people also with such task of ruling or coordinating, they also might have done it in a perfect way, but they didn't get a chance. That's not really truly their mistake. But now he is really unhappy that people hold the tendency to scorn at their poverty, their simple lifestyle, and he's against that. Okay, so we will talk about the next stanza in the coming video.